Summit Sunrise here in the studio with Henry Barr, who you might recognize because, Henry, you've been around here, around Summit County for quite some time, yeah?
Oh, about 35 years.
About 35 years, that's right. And so being in the real estate game here in Summit County, obviously I think there's so many of us that have just fallen in love with this place. There's a little bit of magic to it. And, you know, for someone that's looking at potentially buying a home or a second home here in the county, when would you say a good time to buy might be?
A good time to buy seasonally is pretty much any time, depending on your needs and what your situation is. But as far as the market, right now, I'm really telling all my customers, if you're thinking of buying, this is probably the last great window that we'll see in a long, long time. We have basically the perfect storm together for buyers right now. We still have inventory even though it's at a 5-year low. Prices are at record lows of anything we've seen in a long, long time. And interest rates are still hovering right around 4.25. They ticked up the end of last week and they slowly eased off a little bit this week, but they're still at unbelievable rates.
So can you give us some examples of how far some of those prices have come down for buyers?
Well, two of the properties we're going to discuss this morning are two classic examples. The one in Frisco, as an example, at 88 Hahn, was in 2010. It was listed at $925, and right now we're listed at, I think it's $639 or $649, and it's 3 bedrooms with a large loft, about 2,400 square feet, 2.5 baths, right on Meadow Creek. It's just an exceptional property, built fairly recently, in mint shape. You know, all the upgrades you're looking for with the granite and the in-floor radiant and so forth, and heated 2-car garage. And this one really has what a lot of people right now are looking for, and that's a main floor master. And really, you know, those of us that have lived in Summit County, it's, as some people we were talking with yesterday, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you'll be on those crutches and so forth. And just, that's part of Summit County.
Right,
and
right.
It happens to all of us, and if you're up here long enough, and it's going to happen. And main floor masters are really in quite high demand right now. And I've got 3 people just this week looking for main floor masters.
Wow, that's really interesting. I hadn't really thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense considering how active we are
That's
here.
right.
And so how about some of your other properties? What else can we look
There's
forward to?
another property that we have over there in Summerwood. Summerwood's on the way to Keystone, off to the right. Most people know it as the area where the houses overlook the lake on the high cliffs over there. This one's in the same neighborhood. This one's not on the cliff, but this one is nestled in the trees, a real private location. And it's actually a duplex, but very much seems like a single family. I know when I first walked in it, I was just had to step back because I thought I was in a single family. It's almost 3,800 square feet, and it's actually a little bit over 3,800 square feet. 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 2-car garage, and every room is large. It's also got that real large living area that people want, where it all flows together from the kitchen to the dining room to the living room. This one looks brand new, feels brand new. It's been freshly painted. It's been upgraded. It's got granite. It's got new carpet. It's actually got a covered deck, which is in Summit County not a bad idea to have sometimes.
Right, right.
And in Summerwood, the advantages for second homeowners in particular in Summerwood is there's a full-time property manager there. So it comes by and does security checks once a week. There's always
nice.
there if you have issues. If you're coming up or you thought when you left, and that we have that happen, oh I think I left something on in the house.
Oh,
Can you go by and double check?
Right.
So there's a full-time property manager there to help, which is really super.
Right, that's nice that that's built in.
And that one again is valued. It started in 2010, again, about $925 for that property, and it's down to $769.
Wow.
So,
okay.
and you're talking 3,800 square foot. So for those people that are trying to find the square foot value and looking for square foot, that's probably one of the best out there in this kind of price range for somebody to take a long, hard, serious look at. I would probably put that up against any other property I have out there right now to take a hard look at.
I'll tell you what, 2-car garage, my goodness, you're talking my language right there.
Yeah, both those properties have 2-car garages. So it's available, they're out there, the values are out there, and I just think we're going to see people in a year looking back over their shoulder because we're not going to be able to hold these interest rates forever. And we saw a tick up the end of last week. They eased off about a 1/4 point this week, but they're still at absolute record lows.
Wow. So if people are interested in getting in touch with you about possibly buying or selling, how would they do that?
The easiest way is to contact me either by phone, which is my cell phone if you want, at 970-389-7533, or you can go to my website, henryebarr.com, or you can go to my Facebook page, or you can stop by my office. They're 7 days a week in Frisco, right in the center of Frisco on the 3rd and Main.
Wow. All right. So you know you can trust somebody if they put their cell phone number on TV. I'm just saying. That's brave, Henry. That's brave.
Well, you need to be reachable. That's
right.
Everybody, when people want people, they want them now, and and we want to make ourselves available to people.
Well, if you'd like to get in touch with Henry, obviously a myriad of ways, and of course it's listed right at the bottom of your screen. But thanks so much for coming on this morning and telling us about some of these great deals. I think sometimes, it's hard to kind of dig through sometimes to find those real gems. So if you're interested, get in touch with Henry, whether you're buying or selling. And we're going to take another quick break here on Summit Sunrise, but we'll be right back.